turns round and right puts the ball right back to the 10-yard square. Gabelich is there, can't mark the ball. Another chance for Collingwood, but I think the mark may have been allowed.
Not a mark. I think Gabelich was interfered with then whilst going for the ball. That's why he's getting the free kick. No doubt about it. Jeff Crouch signalled it. No mark, but interference. Justice has been done again, so the crowd say.
St Kilda 8-9-57, Collingwood 7-12-54. A 3-point lead to the Saints after 1 minute in the last quarter.
Well, that was one of many easy shots that have been missed today. Here's Murray putting the ball into play. It's falling in a little bit short. A mark taken here by young Wayne Richardson. But it could be a free to St Kilda. Yes, umpire Crouch indicating that Minot was pushed in the back.
By Thompson.
Minot to take the free. As it on St Kilda's left half forward flank. He's going towards the centre of the ground. There's Griffiths setting himself for the mark. Also Breen. It's allowed to Breen. Didn't hold it very long. Of course, the big question is, can St Kilda win their first ever premiership? They've been trying for some 70 years now. They're holding a slender advantage of 3 points. Up goes the ball to Baldock. It's knocked away from him, picked up by Richardson of Collingwood. It's coming out towards Breen. Oh, interference. Most certainly against the Collingwood player, Adamson, and the kick will go to Breen.
This is his 12th kick, and he's taken 7 marks.
Breen with the ball on the member stand side of the ground. There's his drop kick. It's a nice one too. There's Thompson setting himself for the mark. Baldock comes in, snaps up the ball nicely, hooks it around. Neal's coming out to meet it. He was being held. Play goes on though as he knocks the ball down. In comes Little Davis. He's going to get a free kick here, I think. Umpire Crouch moves in. I think he'll give the free to Davis, yes. He's the youngest player on the ground, this fellow. Only 17 years of age. Is coming in for his 5th kick of the match so far. He's having a quieter game than he did in the preliminary final. He's a beautiful kick, this chap. He's on an acute angle. There's his shot. It's in a little bit short. It's all Collingwood there. Had the chance to mark. Couldn't hold it. It's hooked round very close to the goal line and rushed through for a point to St Kilda. 8-10 St Kilda move on to. Collingwood are 7-12-54. 4 points the difference. And Boyne about to put the ball into play.
Looking for a lead. He's been given it by Thompson on the grandstand flank and kicks towards the big fellow. He's in front, punched away by Minot. The ball comes to the ground. A chance for Tully. Going in for St Kilda was Stewart. Gets the ball out in the direction of Bingley, who gets a quick kick away for St Kilda towards half forward. Davis is in front. A chance for the Saints as the ball hits the ground. Griffiths to Moran. Moran to an open goal. And he's put through.
What brilliant play by Minot.
Yes, it was, and Moran made no mistake. And that'll be a morale booster for the Saints because they've been attacking repeatedly in the 3 minutes that have elapsed in this quarter. 1-1 they've kicked. Their score now, 9 goals 10, leading Collingwood 7 goals 12. 12 points the difference in St Kilda's favour.
The St Kilda supporters are just going wild with excitement. Rucks go for it. Minot knocking the ball clear. In come Collingwood and turn to knock it into the open spaces. Good football here. Hand pass coming to Adamson. He in turn to Tully. Tully a long kick up towards the goal. Gabelich setting himself for the mark. Sirakovsky contesting it with him. And the ball is over the line to be thrown in. Well now, St Kilda 10 points in front. And about 25 minutes away from winning their first ever premiership. Is Gabelich grabbing the ball. Searle has gone off for Collingwood, and coming onto the ground is Trevor Steer. Trevor Steer just coming onto the ground. There he is, number 2 for Collingwood. There's Minot knocking the ball clear. It's picked up here by Sirakovsky, driven forward. Chance there for Steer. He overruns the ball. This allows Cooper in. Cooper a long hand pass to Breen. Away goes from Kilda into a touch. Breen sweeping downfield with the ball, drives it up towards Neal and Davis. Davis sets himself for the mark, couldn't hold it. A little bit casual when he went there for the ball, a little bit confident when he went to mark it, and it was knocked away from him and will be thrown in about 25 yards around from the right hand behind post. St Kilda in the attack.
Boundary throw in. Morrow doing battle there. Taken by Griffiths. Gets a quick kick away. Neil's in front. A chance for Neil. Turns around on his left foot. Spruce for goal. He's on line for a point only to the Saints to increase their lead to 11 points. St Kilda 9-11-65. Collingwood 7-12-54. 5 minutes gone in the last quarter.
Well, Searle has been replaced by Steer, but it was a little bit of a discomfort to see a player such as Searle coming off the ground and walking around unattended by anybody. He looked a picture of misery.
A bad kick in by Boyne, but it's picked up well by Collingwood's Wallace and shot forward for them towards the centre, where Sinman has the chance to judge the mark, can't do so. Collingwood in the track through Adamson, a hand pass forward. Player under pressure there, finds Stewart coming through for St Kilda. He gets his kick in, like the champion he is, towards half forward. They fly for it there, and here's Griffiths with a chance for St Kilda. Sends the Saints forward once again. Davis is in front, flies for the ball, which is punched away, a big punch away by Boyne, and it goes across the line and out of bounds. St Kilda 9-11-65, Collingwood 7-12-54.
Ian Stewart, 21 kicks, been doing well in the middle.
Rucks go for it. Minot getting the tap. Chance here for Collingwood. Hill comes in. Caught with the ball. Will be penalised.
Made no attempt to get rid of it, Hill, and should have known better, I'd say.
And Darryl Griffiths, the St Kilda ruckman and half-forward flanker, to take the free kick. Half-forward right for St Kilda. Back it goes. A nice drop kick. Oh, a beauty to position. They fly for it. And a magnificent mark taken by Neil. A beautiful mark. Cowboy Neil, they call him, is well named.
Flying high.
That was a beauty, and a straight kick here, and St Kilda will be in a very strong position there. 9-11 to Collingwood 7-12. All eyes on the St Kilda full forward. Tuddenham standing right across the mark line, and he's been moved away, or rather it was Montgomery. There's Neil's shot. Oh, it's a shocking one, right across the goal. Minot takes the mark though. No umpire crowd says play on. And the ball was out of play, just near the left-hand behind post, with St Kilda in the attack, kicking to the scoreboard end with the breeze against them.
Henderson on the ground, replacing Errol Hutchison. Both Collingwood reserves on now. This is a big gamble by Rose.
There the rucks going high. Steer there. Minot it is who gets the tap. It comes out to Cooper. He hooks it around with a left foot shot. It's through. A goal. A magnificent one. No, it's not. I'm sorry. It was a behind only. The way the goal umpire moved there, I thought it was through. It was pretty close. And my word, had it been in a six-pointer, Collingwood would have been in dire straits.
Boyne kicks in a short pass, which is accepted by Waters out on the outer flank. Waters, too, a short pass, a little longer to Patterson, but the ball is intercepted by Tuddenham. Tuddenham a hand pass to Patterson and comes on to punch the ball forward for him. But St Kilda look to be ready to pick it up and shoot it forward again through Reid. Up close towards Waters and the boundary line. Waters can't gather the ball before it's there, and there'll be a boundary throw-in to take place.
8 minutes into the final quarter.
Boundary throw-in, the crowd finding their voices and roaring very loud at this stage as it's flicked away towards Baldock for St Kilda. He picks up the ball, right foots it forward into the forward pocket. Boyne leading out a long way in front of Neil, overruns the ball. Neil picks it up, goes for goal, shoots for goal, and puts it through for another point to the Saints to take them on to 9-13-67, a 13-point lead over Collingwood, 7-12-54.
And at the moment, the bounce of the ball is not favouring the Collingwood defenders because there was no pressure at all on Boyne then, but the ball didn't bounce nicely for him. It favoured St Kilda, and Neil had the chance to nearly sew it up, but missed the game.
Boyne kicks in for Collingwood, a chance for a mark, and it's accepted by Steer. Steer is rucking. Henderson playing in the centre for Collingwood as Steer sends it forward once again. A chance for a mark by Graham, not allowed. Picked up by Tully. He goes forward, looking for it again. Collingwood go forward, get the ball to Tuddenham, who shoots it out wide towards the pocket. Head goes out in front of Richardson, taps the ball across the line and puts it out of bounds right in the middle of the photographers.
The way this game is set up at the moment is pretty similar to the second semi-final when St Kilda led by 13 points midway through the quarter, and Collingwood came out on top.
Tuddenham gets a free kick, being held when not in possession. There's his kick, a long spiral punt kick close to the 10-yard square. It could go through. And
And by the way, there's Tuddenham, and he was the man that stemmed off that magnificent Collingwood recovery when St Kilda appeared to have it sewn up. And once again, Tuddenham has scored a goal for Collingwood, his third, and he's got 10 for the final series so far.
Well, he's lacked opportunity today, but he's made the most of what opportunities come his way. Bingley has done well, but Tuddenham, grabbing every opportunity, has made the most of them.
A terrific roar around the ground as Collingwood come back at St Kilda. The bounce in the centre, a free to the Saints, will be taken by the big-hearted Alan Morrow. A great battle this fellow for St Kilda. There's his drop kick. Oh, it's not a good one. In short, chance here for Stewart. He's got hold of it. He's going to line it up from a long way out. It's off the side of the boot, though, and the mark is taken in defence here by Collingwood. Montgomery in the last line of defence for the Magpies. There's his kick. It's Cooper flying high, couldn't hold it. Collingwood grab the ball, immediately go forward, bring it out onto the member stand wing position. There's Howell coming to the ball. He's going to be caught by Steer. Wasn't in possession, and the free will go to Burton Howell. There's Howell's kick. Oh, it's grubbed along the ground. Luckily, it comes into the hands of Griffiths. He dummies around nicely. There's his kick into the forward pocket. Walter set himself to the mark and brings it down. Terry Walters, a great player overhead, this fellow. That's his 8th mark for the match so far. He's played a great game in the last line of defence for Collingwood. So too is Sarakovsky for St Kilda. His kick and turn coming towards Henderson. Griffiths gets hold of it, sends it into the open spaces. Washford moving to the ball. We've been held, not in possession. Or did he drop it when he was tackled? Yes, he's going to be penalised. And the free kick is going to Collingwood's Adamson. Adamson to take the free. I think a St Kilda player is coming off in young Davis.
Yes, Pays is coming on for Davis. Henderson has the ball. A doubtful hand pass gets it to Steer. And Steer's kick goes close to the line. Head is there in attendance. And wisely runs the ball across the line as Pays, number 31, comes onto the ground replacing Davis. 3 of the 4 reserves in use at the moment. Morrow up from behind, a big punch in the direction of Gabelich. He's taken by Howell. His hand pass goes away, intercepted by Griffiths. Griffiths drives up wide towards Pays. Pays tries to hook it away from Adamson. Going in his Baldock. Hand passes too close to Moran. A chance for Baldock again. He's grabbed. Hand passes away once more. Tapped away by Breen. A chance for Stewart. Stewart picks it up on the right boot again, and Tuddenham sinks one into him after he got rid of the ball, but it's up towards the forward line. Clashes of players going on all over the ground as Kilda have a chance to pick it up, but it's taken by Potter for Collingwood. Sends it forward. House builds the mark again. Going in was Morrow of St Kilda to steady play down and drive the Saints forward towards the line once again, where it goes out of bounds.
13 minutes into the final quarter with St Kilda leading by 7 points.
The boundary throw in. Gabelich is there, attended by Morrow. The big bear gets the tap down, taken by Baldock. Hand passes away towards himself. Is under pressure, but hand passes towards Stewart. Stewart gets a kick in short to be taken by Ross Smith. Smith will be under pressure, but gets his kick high in the air towards the forward line. Stewart is there again. Flying magnificently in the air was Waters. And Waters takes his 8th mark. Drives Collingwood out once again towards the centre. And there's a chance for Tuddenham, closely attended by Bingley. He picks up the ball and shoots a long pass forward to Graham. Graham lets the ball bounce. He's backed up by Pitton. They all overrun the ball to be picked up by Graham. One bounce, steadies, left foot pass in towards goal. A chance for Wallace. Coming out to back his judgment is Murray. Murray wins the ball for St Kilda. Drives it out with a long drop kick out towards the line, where it goes across the line and out of bounds. St Kilda 9-13-67, a 7-point lead over Collingwood, 8-12-60.
What a great player Murray has been for St Kilda. There's Gabelich throwing the ball to Tully, will be penalised. And the free kick going to Morrow. Well, St Kilda holding on to their 7-point advantage. Morrow tries a short pass, it comes unstuck. It's wide of Cooper. Another St Kilda player limping towards the boundary line is Sarakovsky. Here's the ball coming into play, though. Morrow knocks it down. Coming in is Henderson. Henderson grabs the ball, gets it to Gabelich. Big Bear puts his boot to the ball, drives it forward, waiting for it. There is Sarakovsky, who was limping across towards the boundary line. Well, what a courageous mark that was by Sarakovsky, who has been magnificent in defence. 8 marks he's taken for St Kilda. There's his kick onto the member stand wing position, straight out of play. St Kilda 15 minutes away at the moment, in front, 15 minutes away approximately from their first ever premiership. Can they hold Collingwood out?
Gabbard takes the ball and hand passes quickly to Wallace. Wallace kick is smothered. There's the dangerous Tuddenham, attended by Bingley. Down he goes. And it's Tuddenham's free kick for a push in the back.
I didn't think so. I'll commit myself. I thought he was met very fairly.
Tuddenham punts the ball forward once again. Up high is Collingwood. It's a mark to Graham. But will umpire Crouch ball it up? He's walking in, but no, he's allowing the mark to Graham. There was no doubt about the mark, but I thought by the way he walked in that he may have decided to ball it up or award a free kick the other way. But it's Graham's mark all right. And he is within scoring distance. 35 yards out. Not a difficult angle, and the wind will favour him. Puts it on its way, and it's through. A goal to Graham, and Collingwood are back in business again. Only 1 point behind St Kilda. That's Graham's first goal, and the scores are St Kilda 9-13-67, Collingwood 9-12-66.
And the Magpie supporters are going wild with excitement as in typical fashion Collingwood fight back. There was St Kilda a short while ago with a 13-point advantage, and now it's whittled down to 1 point. And this huge crowd, more than 100,000 of them, giving voice, urging both sides on. There's Minot going high, getting the tap. It's snapped up though by Collingwood's Potter. Potter down towards Graham, setting himself for the mark. Knocked away by Cinnamon, knocked away and turned by Howell. Howell comes through, drives the ball up towards centre half forward. Morrow marked and pushed in the back, must get a free kick. Alan Morrow, who has been a great trier for St Kilda over the years. He came to the Saints when they were down, and he's been a magnificent footballer for them. There's his punt kick, a nice run. It's all Collingwood there, have the chance to mark. It was knocked away at the last moment. Stacks on the mill. On the bottom of that pack was Breen. Umpire Crouch calls for the ball, bounces it about 25 yards out from the St Kilda goal. There's Gablick knocking the ball forward. Collingwood tightening up the defence. Gablick gets the ball clear towards Henderson. Henderson's going to be caught with it. Gets his boot to it. It's picked up by Griffiths. He dummies, shoots the goal. It's in short. On the mark. Taken by Neil. Neil again it is. Neil, who has already kicked 4 goals, has a wonderful chance here to knock St Kilda's 10th and his 5th. 10 yards out, straight in front. Can he put it through? Many of them have been missed close in today. It's all right, it's a goal. And St Kilda restore their 7-point advantage. And the crowd today has just been informed, officially 101,655.
Well, Neil was possibly helped a little bit by the mistake of a couple of Collingwood defenders. Waters was one. I won't name the other one. I don't know who it was, but obviously they were upset about it. Waters did talk to his teammate, but this let Neil in to take the easiest of marks. He made no mistake.
Minot taps the ball forward. A chance for Henderson. Gets it to Tully. Tully with a long left foot kick. Sends it forward again. There's a chance for Sinman. Spears the ball back towards the centre of the ground where Griffiths holds the mark for St Kilda. There's Darryl Griffiths steadying down for the Saints. Drives forward towards half forward. Pays is there. A chance for Collingwood's mark. Potter is there for Collingwood. Can't win the ball. There is Stewart caught with the ball. Held to him. And umpire Crouch will call for the bounce. St Kilda's centre half forward position. Bounce of the ball. Steer in there. A chance for Collingwood. Picked up by Moran. A left foot shot. And Waters. One kick behind the play. Coming up from the back pocket. Takes the steadying mark for Collingwood.
Has had 12 marks.
There's his drop kick. Sees Tuddenham. And Tuddenham accepts the mark on the defensive side of centre for Collingwood. He'll drive the Magpies forward again. There's his kick, a spiral punt towards half forward. Minot flies, can't mark the ball. Taken by Graham of Collingwood. Left boots the ball, and Sirakovsky has the chance. Overrunning the ball, a chance for Howell. Howell is pulled away from the ball, a chance for Gabelich. Gabelich is caught, and umpire Crouch says the ball was held to the big fellow, and he'll call for the bounce once again.
20 minutes of play gone in the final quarter.
Another bounce, they struggle for it, tapped away by Minot. A chance for Henderson of Collingwood. Left foot pass is accepted by Pitt, who steadies down and takes his time. Pitt about 50 yards out from goal. Spiral punt, it's a beautiful kick for goal. It is a goal, a magnificent shot from Max Pitt, and the Magpies are back in it again. Collingwood 10-12, 72, St Kilda 10-13, 73, over 20 minutes gone, and only 10 minutes or so to play. St Kilda leading by 1 point.
It was good play by Henderson, the value of experience. He could have had a long putt at the goals, but elected to go to the short one to Pitt, and it paid off. Good play by Henderson, Collingwood's 19th man.
The tap going to Minot again, picked up there by Griffiths. It comes out towards Green. Green down towards centre half forward. Here's Montgomery coming out to meet the ball, overruns it. Potter's there, lying on top of the ball. Umpire Crouch moves in and ball bounces. Well now, this Collingwood side, they're never beaten. They always come back. Just when you seem to be on top, back come the Magpies. There they are, getting the tap. The ball's picked up here by Cooper. He's breaking away, hooks the ball around. Baldock is racing out towards it. He's going to get to it first, is he? He's met pretty solidly there, backed up by Neil. He's caught with the ball, will be penalised for holding it, I think. It'll go against him, and the free will go to Collingwood.
Collingwood out of trouble again.
Boyne, the full-back, with the ball. There's his kick towards the centre of the ground. Tully sets himself for the mark, makes a second grab at it there. Couldn't quite hold it. Through comes Laurie Hill, and good start for Collingwood. Away they go into attack. This could be dangerous for St Kilda. Sarakovsky is racing towards the ball. He's under pressure here from Graham. Gets clear with it though. Playing magnificent defensive football, this fellow. Comes around the boundary line, slams towards it, and the boundary umpire will put the ball into play on Collingwood's right half forward flank. 1 point the difference. A memorable grand final this. Collingwood vying for their 14th premiership, St Kilda their first. Steer number 2. Minot number 2 for St Kilda. The tap for Steer. Collingwood pick it up through Rose. Rose drives it to full forward. Out comes a magnificent Murray in defence though. Gets the ball back, picked up by Henderson, who drives towards goal. St Kilda under pressure here as Head comes out to meet the ball. Knocks it on in front of him. Thompson moving to it also for Collingwood. Here Collingwood getting clear. Hand pass to Tubman. He lines up the goal. A point only. And the score's a level. The score's a level after 24 minutes of play in the final quarter. 10-13 Collingwood, 10-13 St Kilda. Will this be a drawn game?
Will it? It could be. This is the 4th time the scores have been level. And St Kilda, victory within their grasp, of fighting every inch of the way. Collingwood doing all they can to win their 14th.
Ball back into play. Chooses the safe punt kick this time. Up high as Howe, can't mark the ball, comes down. A chance from Moran, who spills the chance to kick. Picked up by Tully and shot in close. A marking duel, almost a chance for Wallace. Wallace is caught, gets away with the ball. A chance for Murray, coming away. Gets his left boot in. A chance for Stewart. Stewart marks. Plays on, drives the ball back in towards the centre of the ground, and Green loses the run of the ball, tapped away by Waters. Good football. Collingwood out of trouble through Potter. Potter drives it out wide towards Tully. Tully spills the mark. Down he comes to ground. Another chance for St Kilda's Stewart, who's in there, and umpire Crouch says away from it, and we'll have a ball up.
24 and a half minutes of play gone in the final quarter, and the scores level pegging. 10-13 both sides. There's the tap going to Steer. It's come down to Wayne Lucasson. He lines it up. Hooks it right round. I think it's out of play, it is. Out of play, and so the scores remain level as we're almost into the time-on period. There's Minot contesting a knockout, getting a 2. Chance here for St Kilda. They overrun the ball though. They're under a lot of pressure at the moment. Collingwood really applying the pressure now, have the ball in their scoring zone.
Would the VFL want to draw? I think they might. Another £100,000 gate would be good.
There's Thompson getting the ball to Gablick. Gablick into the open spaces, comes towards Putnam. Baldock comes in now, knocks the ball away, clears it back towards the centre of the ground. Comes in here towards Larry Hill. He fumbles it. Picked up by Adamson. Back it goes to Hill. Caught with the ball. Loses it. Away goes Stewart. Gets the ball forward. Come up towards Lee. He takes the field away. God, what a pace. Plays has hit the mark. Back he goes. There's his kick. Bring the ball up towards Neil. He flies too early. Green claiming the mark. Stucks on the mill. Away go Collingwood. Get the ball towards Rose. He's in trouble. They're going in all directions. Players throwing everything they've got into the closing stages of this memorable grand final.
What a tension ball. What a magnificent finish to the 1966 season. There's the bounce of the ball. Morrow taps it down. A chance for Griffiths. Throws himself for the ball, but it's kicked away across the line by Adamson and out of bounds. Scores level, 10-13 apiece, into the time-on period. Boundary umpire Kidd throws the ball in. Up high was Steer, down towards Baldock. Baldock shoots the ball high in the air, and they set themselves. Plays again from behind, can't mark the ball. Hill comes in, his Mets stopped solidly. Here's a chance for Stewart. Picks up the ball, hand passes to Cooper. Cooper, long pass towards Potter, and Potter marks. Play on, says the umpire, as the ball had hit the ground before Potter marked it, and there'll be another ball up closer to St Kilda's goal. Umpire Crouch bounces the ball. The score's level. Minot reaches up there. A chance for Potter. He has the ball. He's caught. A chance for Green. Green pops the goal. And it bounced through for point to St Kilda. And the Saints have a 1-point lead.
And we are 28.5 minutes or 28 minutes into the final quarter. Can St Kilda win their first premiership?
Boyne kicks the ball in. Howell is there. A chance for Rose. Gets the ball away towards Hill. Hill towards Henderson. Henderson's caught. Morrow throwing himself in. And here's Stewart. Gets a right foot kick for St Kilda. Up towards Minot. And Minot holds the mark.
In the second semi-final, Minot kicked the goal almost from here, but this is a little bit further out, I think. There's a very worried Alan Jean, coach of St Kilda.
Minot comes in, drop punts. It's a long one right up to the 10-yard square. Pay sets himself. So does Waters. And it's Terry Waters who holds the mark. Has to play on quickly now with Collingwood down by a point. Chooses to go around the outer flank. Reid is in front. Behind there is Putnam. Putnam with the whole field in front of him. Kicks the ball forward to the half-forward line. St Kilda under pressure. Murray marks.
What a magnificent defender this fellow Murray has been for St Kilda in this game and in the preliminary final.
Murray, there's the siren! And St Kilda have won their first premiership. And Alan Jeans is being mobbed down in front of the St Kilda coaches bench.
Well, you can imagine the excitement here of the St Kilda players. After striving for 70 years, they've won their first ever premiership, and they are an elated bunch of players. Look at them there. There's Alan Jeans, the coach.